And welcome back, everybody. If you're just now tuning in, we are just about to be starting up Game 2 of Riders of Brohan versus PU Take a Bath with the American Video Game League College Spring Smite League. With me is High Res Pretty Hair. I am J Mac Tucker. We'll be your casters for this match.
Yep,
So,
from game number 2, looking into picks and bans here. Broham, we need to see a little bit more, something easier to execute what we were talking about. Maybe looking to pick up something more along these lines. It's all going to come down to these support bans, I feel like. A lot of these supports are going to be able to set up and kind of peel. Riders of Brohan just really had no answer. Their front line was kind of shattered. I'd like to see them pick up something a little bit stronger to front line with as opposed to the Odin, someone with a little bit more control.
yeah, the Athena was a great front line, but I agree with you. The Odin really just wasn't doing much for them in that game, except really just being a meat shield so one of them could get out. Sacrificing his life way too many times, getting that early first blood on him, it really just put him out of the game, and Amaterasu was able to make a much stronger front line. So coming into this game, if Riders of Brohan aren't looking to play Amaterasu, they really need to make sure to ban her out. So
Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised at how she performed.
yeah, she did very well. Able to get a lot of, if not one, at least 2 and 3 man stuns on that ultimate. So Amaterasu playing very well, very strong going into this game. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to head into the picks and bans here in just a moment.
Yeah, that stun is so long, and like you were talking about, to get to the stun, you just need to have hit a god on the previous swing. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same god all 3 times. So she was able to kind of hit Athena twice while still covering so much ground that ultimate is able to cover, and then turn around and hit Scylla for the stun on the third hit. It was just very well executed.
Yeah. All right, and welcome back. We are starting up game 2, the picks and the bans. As we can already see, Amaterasu banned out of Riders of Brohan. They don't want to deal with it, and Geb banned out for PU Take a Bath.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick that ABGO intro is hot though.
It is very nice. Actually, the teams are flipped there. I have the team names backwards, so it actually looks like PU Take a Bath banned Amaterasu, not wanting to give it up, even though that they have the first pick election for it. And Kepri and Apollo banned
Apollo
again.
banned again.
I'm not sure why they're banning this Apollo. I
What the
guess
heck?
maybe I'm not sure why.
Is it a target ban? Is this a respect ban?
I don't know. I guess maybe they think, but that Robin immediately
Okay.
picked up by Edge.
So we do have the correct draft form this time around. 2 bans
Yeah,
each side, and then the Riders of Rohan is going to first pick that Robin.
yeah. The Robin is just going to be one of the biggest bullies in the solo lane. They're really going to need somebody who can get away from the Robin, because if you don't have any mobility and Robin even touches you, you're in for a world of hurt.
But on the other side, PU going to be able to lock in that Chiron Athena, 2 extremely strong picks this season.
Yeah. Two guys, Athena picked up again, likely for native at War. I don't see that going anywhere else. He played fairly well on the Athena despite how the team was going. Chiron picked up as well. Definitely going to be a better pick than Neath, but Janice picked up, and hovering Ratatosker. I'd actually
Okay.
be interested to see how they play the Ratatosker here. But Janice for sure locked in for that mid lane on them. Janice definitely one of the most powerful mid lane picks last season and now even this season.
Yeah, he is going to remain strong, even through a little bit of nerfing to his passive scaling bonuses. I'm okay with. I like this better. I like this better. I was
I
going to
like the
say
Thor one a little bit more, and the Kumbhakarna immediately locked in. Are they looking to take this to the solo lane? Is what I'm wondering. Does not horrible against the Robin, but can definitely kind of shut him down, kind of shut him up for a few minutes with the Mez and the Root being able to stop Robin. But I mean, Robin is just a hard guy to deal with, so I guess this is their answer to him. And going to next ban, Ymir banned out, so I think that they thought that was a big problem for him, and especially with the lack of jumps right now, taking out Ymir to prevent him from walling off anybody at this point is a very smart one. And Isis banned over, a major respect ban, Ares as well.
Yeah, it's be interesting to see what Brohan decides to go for their support, as they kind of have all, the top
Yeah,
five supports are now out of the pool.
yeah, five
What is that?
supports
One,
taken
two,
out.
three, four, five, six of Kepri. Yeah, because you can count Kumba.
Yeah,
Kumba often taken to solo, but is an extremely strong support. A Fenrir band coming in response. This is a great band. They
yeah,
got absolutely destroyed
yeah,
by
shutting
Fenrir.
down. Yeah, definitely calling that to shut down the mid and the jungler a bit. They were seeing how powerful that was, especially against the Scylla early, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. So I'm curious to see what they're going to bring into this mid lane. Something more comfortable is what they need. Soul being hovered here, but Chiron's already picked up. Are they planning on running Soul in the mid lane? No,
Probably.
immediately switches to
Culkin.
Kukulkan.
Okay.
Definitely the epitome of a comfort pick.
Um,
Kukulkan, the
it could
safest
work.
god.
I'm with it. It could work. It could work. It could definitely work. There's plenty of setup on the side of PU Take a Bath right now in the Kumbhakarna and the Neath. The
Yeah,
important thing with Kukulkan is just being able to connect on your ults. Plain
yeah.
and
If he
simple.
can, if he can land those ultimates, the Serpent of the Nine Winds, those are going to swing team fights immediately. And like you said, a lot of setup for it. Athena Taunt, Kumba Mez, Kumba Root can set off the Kumbhakarna ultimate as well. Xing Shen and Freya being hovered on here. This is actually for PU Take a Bath. The UI name is flipped around a little bit, but Soul switched back over to, still haven't locked in either of these picks yet. There they go.
Yeah, that's going to be likely to be your duo lane is the Soul Xingqian. Both definitely very strong. Xingqian going to be able to easily set up and confirm all of Soul's 2. Going to be a lot of poke coming out from that duo lane.
Yeah. And a Wheelish hovered in and locked. There's
Uh,
nobody
uh,
except
uh,
for Kukulkan with a knockup, so I'm not quite sure why she went into why they went into this a Wheelix pick. And it actually looks like Grim and Grave may have swapped roles right now, unless they just haven't traded over yet. Kukulkan sitting on Grave with Kukulkan this time, and Grim in the jungle.
yeah, while there is nothing to synergize with per se, hey, what's the interaction between Chiron, Dash, and a Willish? Can you pull off that?
It's actually a knockback, so I don't think it will. I think
Ah,
it acts just like Impale, and yeah, it looks like Grim and Grave have swapped roles. They're gonna put Grave in the mid lane on a Kukulkan. Definitely goes from one Ao Kuang to the other Ao Kuang.
yeah, the old
those,
and the new.
yeah, for those of you who don't remember, Kukulkan is just the changed up old Ao Kuang. They brought Ao Kuang back in, made him a little bit handsomer, a little bit less dragony, even though he does become a dragon with his ult.
Yeah, so while there is no setup for this Willish on the side of Brohan, it's still not a bad pick. I mean, Willish by no means by herself is a bad pick, and it's oftentimes it's a very comfortable pick for players.
Yeah. Yeah, Wheelish having a lot of early damage too. That Feather Step, people really underestimate how much
Oh
damage
no,
Feather Step
yeah.
does in the early stages of the game.
Do not
Um,
sleep on the feather step, especially with her
no,
path. Basically, what it is, it's the 2 times multiplier she gets from her hit chain, on top of the fact that she's likely to have her physical power bonus from her passive from hitting you first out of combat.
yeah, and then also being able to hit AoE as she's in the second shot of her auto attack chain. It just does a lot of damage. Nobody really pays attention or expects it, and it just happens, and you lose half your health, and you wonder, why didn't we get rid of this Wheelish? What is she doing right here?
Yep.
And
On the side of PU Take a Bath, though, this front line's looking a lot stronger and, more importantly, a lot easier to kind of execute. Like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to catch 3 people in the cage like this time. It's just, I feel like this is going to work out a lot better for PU.
yeah, Riders is the one who had the Odin in the last game. This time, instead of Amaterasu, having Raven, and actually having a Xingqian support. Not a role that we normally see Xingqian in. Normally, he's played in that solo lane position. But I think with his recent nerfs, it actually does kind of help him out a little bit in the support role. Doesn't have to depend on wave clear as much, so he can just kind of be that nuisance that everybody loves playing as Xingqian.
Yeah, as far as matchups go in the jungle, I want to kind of say this is almost even between Thor and a Willish.
Yeah, it just comes down to if a Wheelish can hit her knockups, if she can get behind her opponent, knock them up, and get those pulls, if she can pull anything off the Kukulkan. The setup is definitely there for Kukulkan. Three gods to be able to try and help set up, and one setting up for a Wheelish as well. So who knows? We might see some crazy mix-ups in this one.
Yeah, if your PU Take a Bath, I think you go for the invade again. You
Yeah,
got Robin, Thor. Thor is
yeah,
in one of the strongest early games. You got Robin, who's just straight up could be arguably the strongest god in the game right now against a Kumba and an Awilish.
Yeah, Kumba Wheelish definitely a lot weaker of an early game. Kumba likely going to be pulling up that dash of his for his first ability, and Wheelish going to be getting the feather step. So really no major kill potential between the two of them, as opposed to Thor, who can just get Berserker's Barrage and get an extra 20 power for it. Going into those with the recent nerf to his passive, going from 15 a god to 10 a god. And then just Robin can just pick up that slow of his, the Prana Onslaught, crazy scaling, a great amount of slow. Robin is just going to be a massive threat in this game.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead introduce both teams. On the left side of your spectator UI, fighting out of the blue order side, bottom side of the minimap, Lucas PhD on the Rava in the solo lane, Vosh the Stamped is going to be on the Janus in the mid lane, Mishaweeb on Thor in the jungle, Telematar on Jing Chen in the dual lane. Alongside him is going to be that Soul Edge 42, rounding things out for PU Take a Bath.
And on the right side of the spectator UI, fighting on the top side, Chaos side of the map, is going to be Riders of Brohan, Captain Jabroni on a little bit more comfortable probably of a Kumakarna. Graves this time actually in the mid lane on Kukulkan. Grim going into the jungle this time with that Awilish. And in the dual lane, it's going to be Native of War and Lumpy on the Athena Chiron respectively.
So, taking a look at the relics, was it Rohan or PU that had the double weakening last time?
It was actually PU that had the double weakening, and so they're going to elect for it again, once more in the jungle and once on the support. Double red pot start from the jungle and the solo lane. This is definitely looking for an invade here, and purple pot onto the Janus as well. They're looking for early kills with this team, and with no skin off the teeth for it, like with Robin alone can just solo the team. You don't want to fight.
Surprisingly enough, though, they're not placing. They didn't go for any early wards here after getting invaded on so successfully last game.
Yeah, not seeing any early wards from either team here, but it looks like they're either looking for the invade or maybe looking to get that mid camp. But no, it looks like they're going straight up for the invade. What are they going to do this time? Are they just going to let it go? They really just need to let it go on this invade. They don't want to fight into this. Yeah, Robin's already here. Thor on the way. Kumba elects to go into Mez early. That's going to put a lot of hurt on him in that solo lane early.
Yeah, his clear completely dependent on his one. Yeah, they are going to give up the they're going to give up the blue buff for free, but Kumba, he doesn't have any clear now. Maybe that was a misclick?
It had to have been a misclick. The root would have been just as strong as the Mez. In fact, I think the root is stronger than the Mez at the early stages. It gives the damage, but it also gives, I think it's almost a 2-second root on it early. So that would have been a much better pick for him. The Willish went straight to the mid lane with the Kukulkan. But unfortunately, there's really just not much for them to do right now. Thor looks like to be chasing a Wheelish over to the soul lane. Now Thor's just going to like to go into those mid camps.
Yeah, Robin, this soul lane is absolutely free right now. You just love to see that if you're Robin. Picking up the Mez.
Yeah, Kumba gonna hit level 2 after another minion or two here, but Robin already has complete advantage. Kumba's sitting at already a third of his HP. It's just gonna be a rough match for that Kumakarna right now.
Yeah, this is essentially how game 1 started. J-Mac, yeah. I don't know about this one.
Yeah, the only difference is they didn't get a kill at the blue buff this time, and no kill in the mid lane yet.
Yeah, but if you see PU has already taken about a 700 goal lead, as we see Kumba getting very low. Robin just running this lane right now.
Yeah, and even though the feather step hit onto there, I'm pretty sure he took more from that Prana Onslaught than anything.
Yeah, as we see Thor looking wall. Good wall. It's going to block him out here. Spin to win. Oh, pops the Aegis.
Yeah, pops that Sanctuary out. It's going to prevent all of that damage. Double tap missed anyways. He poured it early, probably going for the Berserkers, but smart play by the Kukulkan. Maybe. I don't think he would have had the potential to kill this early, especially being that close to the tower. So maybe a little bit baited on that one.
That's definitely a win on the side of PU getting that Aegis that early there. He's going to be a free kill at level 5.
Yeah, for the next 130 plus seconds. So until he gets that ultimate online, this Kukulkan's really going to have to be safe and try and farm up.
Yep, Janus going for the purple pot as well as the Kukulkan has got to be careful when they hit level 5. Which is another thing to talk about. We need to see our junglers hitting level 5 before 5 minutes here, guys.
Yeah, sitting at 224, it looks like Mishwib is actually doing a lot better on his farm this time. Probably very close to hitting level 5. Should probably hit it with another wave here. Actually making an initiation over into the solo lane as the fight's coming out here in the duo lane. Just going to back off of that.
Yep, a lot of pokes. Soul finding a lot of autos after the fact, though, poking out both of these characters much lower. Jing Chen going to be able to regen that up mostly with his passive, and Soul with her one will be able to heal up most of this poke as Robin does dive in. Piranha Onslaught coming out. The kick is going to be enough with a few Archer shots, cleaning up that first blood onto the side of PU.
Wow, and all under tower as well, so that's going to give him a nice hefty lead. Had that red pot, definitely got his use out of it, getting that extra gold.
That's a statement right there. That's a statement.
Yeah, Robin, what were you thinking, high res? Like, we understand Robin was super out of it, like not even a relevant thing in this game for quite a long time. Did you have to give him that much scaling, that much damage this early? Like,
he's earned it. He's earned it. That's what they figured.
Yeah, I guess so. He was in the dark for months and months to come. I guess we'll let him have his time for now.
Yeah, Jing Chen is still doing a really good job controlling this duo lane as we still Kumba's still getting bullied here, sitting 2 levels behind Robin.
Yeah, and just barely, almost to 5. Thor's hitting level 5. Awila still hasn't hit level 5 yet, but it's good to see that our junglers have now hit 5 before the 5-minute mark. Usually should be hitting those by about like the 2.5, 3-minute mark. Janus actually taking the full brunt of that tornado, but it's really just not going to do anything. Whirlwind at this level just doesn't do enough damage.
Yep, Chiron and Athena cleaning up the red buff here for the
Chiron actually elects to take the red buff as opposed to, oh, that's a steal on that. No, yeah, that was their buff.
That was their buff. He just he snagged it. Rank scumbag move.
Yeah, I guess they feel that they really need that red buff to kind of get ahead in lane as opposed to Kukulkan, who can just very safely farm under tower, drop that whirlwind, and then back off. So maybe not the worst decision trying to help out that lane, as you can see the whirlwind going off there. Creeps just dying off right as they're getting to tower anyways. So
yeah, Brohan's dual lane getting a little bit abused here in the clear department.
Yeah, so maybe not the worst decision handing over that red buff to the Chiron, trying to help him out a little bit in lane.
PU doing just such a great job of farming. They've already spooled almost over 1,000 gold here at the 5-minute mark with 1 kill on the board.
Yeah, it's even more than 1,000. They're sitting at a 2,500 gold lead already with only 1 kill on the board. The Robin, especially taking 1,100 of that in just the solo lane alone. So,
oh yeah, he's slaying it right now.
Yeah, Kumba
that lane is so free.
Yeah, Kumba really can't do anything clear-wise until about level 7, level 8, when he can start full clearing with his dash and his root. But until he gets those abilities to where he can full clear that, he's just going to be sitting under tower and losing a lot of gold. So that's honestly just his best part at this point, is just to lose a little bit more gold. He can't lose too much more, but he might just need to give up a little bit of gold instead of taking tower. Instead of Purification actually popped by the Awilis there, going on to the Janus, but taking more than what she was able to deal out there.
Yeah, definitely maybe just a little bit of a frustration beads there coming out late from Awilish.
Maybe so. Maybe she thought there was going to be a little bit more follow-up, but I don't think there was anybody in the area to actually do anything off of that. So Purification kind of just wasted, so he's got to be very careful coming into the first fight. One good Thorol could spell a disaster for her.
Yeah, definitely something higher level junglers will see. We'll see it's going to be a lot easier to kind of track the cooldowns on these relics as they become much longer than they were in Season 2.
Yeah, Robin hitting into level 9, almost level 10, probably about officially a 2 level, probably close to 2.5 over this. And Coconut comes out onto Janus, hits him, but elects to back off as Athena comes in. There's just nothing that they can do right now. Great taunt coming out, and once again, Robin goes into the tower, finds another kill onto the Awilish.
Yeah, this is looking a lot like Game 1 for me right now, as we see Thor just has to stun to disengage there, get out of the fight. Nice and cleanly, Robin is going to head back into Kumba's jungle, looking to clean up his piggies. Just absolutely abusing this matchup right now.
Yeah, there's really not much that Awilish can do in this early game, or against what's happening with this Robin. She can't safely make her way over to try and do anything to Robin. He's just too far ahead, and it's just Robin in general. Robin is just not a god you want to box against at all, at any portion of the game.
Yep, so looking to pressure this tier 1, sitting at about half health here. They're definitely winning the duo lane here, as Athena yet again is forced out of the duo lane to go help her stem the bleeding from the jungle and solo side of this comp. Yet again, we find Lumpy just kind of left to his own devices in the duo lane to fend for himself and try and hold off the aggression.
Yeah, but Lumpy playing a fairly safe god even against the Soul. Both being more ability-based clears can just he can just drop that first ability of his, clear out the wave, and then just make his way back to tower safely. So Lumpy definitely picking up the safe picks if anything against the team that he's going for. So great heads up by Lumpy, just getting the tower, and the Kukulkan actually hits, takes out one, but Provin comes back in, gets another kill.
Yep, Soul is extremely low. Going to be able to maybe find her way out of this fight. Chiron is going to come around the backside. Kumba is going to come in. Mez, both of them, great preemptive strike coming out. The Root is going to clean up that fight as we see Robin dunk into the back. Through space and time is going to be just enough. No, Athena is going to be able to escape from this fight until Robin is able to root her out for free. He's just going to continue the aggression, but he is out of mana, so unless he can follow with a good threshold, might be enough to speed him up, catch up to this Chiron one auto attack. The nice portal. This should be it. Yep. That's going to close the curtains for Chiron as they continue the aggression. Likely to be deterred here by this Root. Kumba is now out of mana. Robin is out of mana. Janus is low on health. They're looking to probably just clean up these mid camps and head home.
Yeah, great portal by the Janus there to stop him. Robin actually attacked a little bit too early after the threshold, so it slowed him down too much. He wasn't going to be able to catch. So great heads up play by the Janus to drop that portal down to secure that kill.
PU continuing to just kind of leech all of Brohan's jungle away from them. This really just spelled the lead for them in the last game, and it's worked out. So what ain't broke, you don't need to fix.
Yeah, definitely not. Looking at the builds coming out, it looks like Kukulkan actually didn't go into the Doom Orb. Looks like he's going to be going into his Book of Puff, and Janus already got that Doom Orb. He's going to be stacking it up nice and pretty for him.
Yep, wards coming out here for both teams. Maybe they learned their lessons a little bit. We didn't see any wards really even placed on the map until easily past the 10-minute mark to look at the first gold fears of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need to see more wards coming out of both teams on this one. Wards were very scarce in that last game, and it may have cost them a few extra kills because of it, getting some nice free ganks from the Fenrir. Fenrir is definitely one you want to have wards with, just because of how fast he can rotate through the jungle. One minute you see him in mid lane, next thing you know, he's over in the dual lane, over in the solo lane, and you just don't expect it. You don't expect how fast he moves.
PU just cleaning up all the jungle, all of Brohan's jungle right now as we see a little bit of a skirmish breaking out here in front of the gold fear. This is a 2v3 engage. The PU does need to be careful here, although they are ahead. Soul Ultimate is going to be popped, followed up by the Spear Gun, followed up by the Whirlwind of Rage and Steel, but it's looking like a defensive as the Kukulkan comes through the back, cleans up the Jing Chen. Yanis also hit by that, is looking likely to just get out of this one. Thor's going to dunk in, but that's going to miss. OK Wall is going to wall off his other two teammates. A good portal is likely going to be able to come through. No, the Weakening Curse was popped just a little bit too early. His sprint is going to be able to get him out of this one unless Thor is able to get the cooldown for it. Nice hammer. Misses the double tap. Lumpy is just going to coast away from this one.
Yeah. Just missing that double tap, that would have been a nice kill onto him, but a good heads-up play by Lumpy. He's able to get out of that. And looks like they're trying to re-engage, but there's not really much Kumbhakarna can do at this stage of the game. He doesn't have a ton of damage. His ultimate's on cooldown, so Thor ports in. Actually roots them. Great body block as well. Wheelish actually comes in and gets the kill onto the Janus. And
yeah, Robin going to find himself a double kill, sitting comfortably 6-0. Level 13, he is 2 minutes ahead of the minute curve in Smite right now. More than a level a minute from a boy right now.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job farming, getting kills, and the Xing Chen actually manages to pick up the Willish as well. Lumpy's sticking around a little too long, hasn't gone back to base yet.
Yeah, Brohan is just trickling in right now. They have to just cut their losses right now and leave. Stop trickling in, even though they're low. They're just getting baited in one kill after another at this point.
Yeah, Rohan needs to stop coming in 1-1. They need to start looking towards the team fight. They have a very powerful team for the fight. Kukulkan especially has been hitting these Spirit of the Nine Winds. Great plays by Grave on that. He's been hitting. I think he's hit every one of them that he's thrown so far.
PU going to clean up their red buff, followed up by the back camps. Janus just going to head back to lane, continuing the aggression here. 12 minutes in, we are sitting 8-5, but PU have spooled themselves a nice little lead here.
Yeah, Janus looking to get back in the lane, stack up that Doom Orb as quick as possible. Want to get those 50 stacks online. You just start. That's just 140 free power that you're getting if you can keep those stacks going. Otherwise, I mean, it's almost like 80, 100 power if you can even keep around half stacks. So it's just a very powerful item for fairly cheap too.
Yeah, definitely one of those risk-reward items as we see Athena lining up for the taunt, is going to miss it. Kokoka now is going to come out onto that Janice, who does take it to the face again. Thor is going to be able to blink away from this one with just barely enough health.
Looking for the Master's Will. Looks like Chiron's Master's Will didn't have it, and Robin just comes back through, cleans up the Kukulkan.
This teleport is paying huge dividends.
Oh, the Wheelish knockup,
right,
but she was just out of range for it. So Wheelish ult is down now, Soul just barely out of the extension for that one.
Chiron, though, able to find the kill on the Thor under the tier 2 tower, but Spear Gun is going to come through, allowing the PU to just rotate for free. That Unstable Vortex is going to miss. Janus going to look for the portal here, but he is going to be peeled very efficiently by the Kumbhakarna. Knocked off. Oh, this could be a kill. This could be a kill. Kumba. His ult's down. All his off things are on cooldown right now. Janus going to be able to just escape from this one with his life.
Yeah, it looks like he misjudged when or where he was going to be coming down, and so Janus able to get out of there. One, maybe even a half an auto attack and a body block would have been able to stop that one. And it looks like PU's just going to soundly take the Gold Fury, no problem. Soul having a lot of early game damage, especially with her Doomore being stacked up. Looks like just a little, maybe under 20 stacks, but Doomore and Pen Boots giving her a lot of power early. Going to be able to take that Gold Fury nice and easily.
And it's always nice when the other team isn't warding.
And that too. Wards, like they say, wards win games, and right now, as the Stellar Burst printed the needle on that one.
Hello?
Are we watching the same game?
Yeah.
Is this Saturday Night Smite?
Nice little dash stun coming out there. That's one of those underrated abilities, I feel like. If you stand in that dash, you're getting dumpstered. Like, that dash does so much damage if you stand in it.
Soul actually just threaded the needle again on that ability, going right through the pigs once again. They look like they're standing right on top, but I think there's a small little window of the hitbox where it goes right through. I don't know. I think the reason why I have trouble sometimes hitting the Stellar Burst is just because I'm used to Opwash, where an ability that goes like that, you can just cancel it a little bit early. So, who knows?
Yeah. Is Opwash your boy? I know you got the poster.
Oh, Opwash is my boy. Rank 10 on him, play him all day.
I love the kid. I love that guy. I love him on Xbox. Opwash is insane on the Xbox.
He just, because circles, man. Circles and big squares. That's how you win. Coconut comes out after the shot. Look, is he going to kill? Actually, not quite going to kill, but it looks like Chiron actually gets the final shot in right before he's stunned by the Disapparate's trail. Janus portal comes through. Chiron ults as well to make sure he doesn't go through the portal. Double kill for the Chiron, actually. Pops his sprint to try and get out, but he's just going to be blocked. Nowhere for him to go. He's just going to actually get that dash off. Wheel's doing a great job to pull Thor out of it. They're not going to be able to re-engage on it. Janus portals through. Maybe not Unstable Vortex. No, it's going to be out of range. Spirit Gun comes through, and he gets it!
Half the map! Half the map, my boy!
Spirit Gun. I think Lumpy may have been backing, not paying attention, may have been in the store, didn't see that one coming, because that was a long range for that one to hit.
Oh my god, yo mama felt that, yo daddy felt that one, yo ancestors felt that one. Oh
your kids, who you may eventually have, felt that one. Like, everybody is feeling how powerful that Janus ult came through.
Damn, that's it. That's why you play Janus. That's what we do it for, boys.
It's one of the most satisfying kills is getting it from a long range with the Spirit Gun.
Yeah. Well, if you're not familiar with the ability, it does gain just a tremendous amount of distance scaling. Once it has traveled over 800 units, it's going to be one of the hardest hitting abilities in Smite.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere around 880 plus 200% at max distance. It's nuts how much it hits for.
Yeah.
Late game full build, you're swinging that for almost 2,000, basically one-shotting anybody with no protections and health. So if you're an enemy mage, you might want to build something against that Janus, because you don't want to get hit by that from base to base. Those are always the most fun ones.
Yeah, PU sitting about 6k up on Brohan at this stage of the game. Huge lead, very substantial, but not quite as big as it was last time. We see the Sanctuary is going to be followed up by the Whirlwind of Rage and Steel, followed up by Purification on Ao Kuang. He is going to throw out the ult. It's going to hit Jing Chen. Doesn't look like it hit Soul in the backline. She's going to heal up with her one. In hot pursuit is Chiron, though. He's going to knock back the weakening targeted curse. Athena's still looking for the Tom. The Bulwark Shield has been popped. Supernova is not going to connect with anyone. Ao Kuang just slithering around in the backline is going to be picked up by Robin. Janus looking at Chiron in the backline. He's looking likely to go down. A Willis jumping out. Everyone is in full retreat on the side of Brohan, as they have already taken a clean 1-for-0 kill. Spear Gun coming out, not gonna, is gonna connect again. Lost Stamp is on point right now with these. We're going to see Thor clean up a Willish in the tier 2. Huge Kuma knockup.
Wow, I think he just knocked up everybody with that ultimate.
That is something awesome. That is, we're not usually used to seeing that, but that was a great little kind of almost hidden mechanic coming out from the Kumbhakarna there.
Yeah, I don't think the teammates I don't think Riders really, or not Riders. I don't think PU actually knew where he got knocked up, so they all just kind of grouped up there and all got pushed back.
Brohans, they're doing the same thing. J-Mac, they're just trickling in. They're just trickling in. The fight's over. Look at this. The fight is over. Get out. Run away. It's over, bro. You lost.
The bulwark going off there might have actually saved that Kumba from having to go into his passive. I wish we actually had a way of telling if his passive was up on UI, but I don't think we have any way of telling that.
Yeah, his passive is like a 6-minute cooldown too, so.
Yeah, it's a ridiculously long cooldown, but if you can actually get some baits off with it, it's pretty nice. I think it should be up by this point. I think the last engagement that he died, he's got it back up since then.
Yeah, bro, they're giving up these picks for free. PU's doing a great job of finding these picks, and then Brohan just gives them the whole fight for free after that.
Not only that, giving up their jungle too, the blue buff, the back camp. If the pigs were up, they probably would have taken those as well. So Sol and Robin clearing off that right side of the map, and they still have their entire right side of the map to clear as well.
Yeah, PU sitting 11k XP ahead at 18 minutes. This is looking like it's just a rerun of last game. They just ran it back here. Everyone's so far ahead in levels on the side of PU.
Yeah, Lucas running into that same build that he did with the Amaterasu, going to the Frostbound into the Urchin third item. I think that's a really strong build, getting those Urchin stacks online as quick as possible, and by every means, he is getting those stacks online.
Chiron, he's going to dive really deep, caught between a rock and a hard place now. He is going to pop the Purification Beads. Thor ult is going to miss, but a huge Unstable Vortex does connect. All of Thor's cooldowns, the Heavenly Agility is popped. Chiron likely to go down here, is in hot pursuit, 3v1, going to turn around. Throw some damage out. He's going down. He's pinning the ult.
Yeah, kind of wasted his ultimate there. He knew he wasn't going to be able to get out. Even though it's popping a little bit of damage, if you don't think that you're going to get a kill off it by going into it, just leave it up. That way you have it for the next fight.
So, question for you.
What's up?
It's almost like a riddle. Two Chirons ult each other. One kills the other. Who lives and who dies?
That's actually a really good question. I have never tested that interaction before.
These are the questions, folks. That's what I'm here.
One interaction that's always interesting, people seem to forget, is that if you Khepri ult a Chiron who's already ulted and he dies, your Khepri ult will not revive because it counts as an execute.
There you go.
So,
J-Mac dropping the hot knowledge. As we see, a Willish is going to be able to pick up Janice on the backside of the fight before quickly falling herself.
Yeah. Kuma trying to do a good job of holding out the soul there, but Kogan really not able to finish up anything with his ult being down. Robin, once again.
Ban Robin, folks.
This is why you ban Robin. He's just walking around the map getting kills. If you're not first pick, ban Robin. You don't want even the slightest chance of your opponent trying to get this god.
Yeah, this game is just going to be carried so easily on his shoulders at this point. I feel like he's so far ahead. It's almost the same story. The Fenrir was 11-0. This time it is going to be the Robin coming out of the Soul Blade, swinging.
He's going to be hitting level 20 right here after this Gold Fury, likely.
Oh, Brohan with the steal. Chiron coming and dropping the one, waited perfectly down. This is another reason. This is why you ward. He is going to be picked off by Soul there, but this is why you ward. He was sitting there the whole time. He had perfect vision. He knew exactly when to execute. Well done there from Chiron.
Yeah, he was just sitting at the top of that Gold Fury forever. Nobody saw him. Nobody tried to stop him or anything. Just dropped that one, basically like he did last time with the Neath, where he walked in and got the Spirit Arrow steal, or like Edge when he got the basic attack kill. Nobody's really covering these Gold Fury options. Coconut comes through. It doesn't look like it hits anybody, actually.
Nice mess from Kumba. He is going to be able to kind of peel for Kumba there, who is stuck in the front line. Thor going to go real deep in the tier 1, looking for the kill here. Supernova on the backside is going to be able to... Thor is going to clean up a Willish. Spear Gun's going to come out, ripping through, but not before Thor is picked off by Kukulkan under the tier 2. Soul just kind of looking... She's out of mana. That's all she had. Preemptive Strike's going to come through. It's likely to slow her. That's going to spell curtains for Soul. Oh, she does have enough mana for her 1. Is going to be able to heal that up. Janice does clean up the Athena in return.
Nice little auto attack by the Janice to secure it up. That Spear Gun coming through, deterring the Kukulkan, making sure he can't come back to the fight. That wasn't even a max range. I'm not even sure that that had any extra scaling outside of just the standard one. Like, that was just straight up in the face spirit gun that did that much damage.
Yeah, nonetheless, a very important aspect of that team fight is Robin is just continuing to bully this front line. He is going to pop Chiron a little bit preemptive on that ult. I'm not sure who he was planning on killing with that, as we see Robin dive into the tier 2, maybe feeling himself a little bit too much. He is going to get pulled back into that nice overhead kick to take out that last tower shot, but he is likely to go down here as he has no further escape mechanisms at his disposal.
Definitely feeling himself a little bit on that tower dive, but sitting at 11-1, that's going to be a nice little shutdown bonus. Gold going to the Kukulkan there. No reason for him to really dive. I guess he thought he was going to get that kill. A great ult by a Wheelish to pull him back, make sure that he couldn't go. That's the beads and the spray down.
Oh, she immuned it. She immuned the Spirit of the Nine Winds from the Kukulkan.
Still in the corporal form there was the Soul. In case y'all are unfamiliar with how Soul works, once you use that third ability, the one that leaves the trail behind, after 3 seconds, she goes... Nice little cute wall there by Thor, but once she goes into that ball form, she is completely CC and damage immune for the duration. I think it's about a second and a half, 2 seconds, maybe even 3. I can never keep track of the time on that. They change things so much in this game.
Yeah, I think it's 3 seconds. As we see a little bit of a team fight breaking out here, Soul going up into the air, likely to fall here. She pops her ultimate defensively, just kind of weaving around, buying time. No, that is going to spell the end of it. Thor maybe feeling himself a little bit here. Willis is able to leap out of this one. He is just going to pop
the in the air for this one. Is he going to actually go down to the tower? No, he needs. Yeah,
he's crazy. He's crazy. He's going to nice double tap. Perfect double tap. He's able to teleport out of that tier 2.
Gets the stun. Is he going to make it out? Xing Channel to secure that he gets out of there. I can't believe he got away with that.
Yeah, that was absolutely nuts play. He did have his team following up, so... You know, it's within reason. That's a justifiable play there. Hits the perfect double tap and is able to just kind of skate out of there with his life. That was beautiful.
Hits the raw double tap of everything. No stun set up for it. Just walked in, missed the ult, but got the double tap secure. And Chiron may fall here. He's just like, this Chiron is just walking all around the jungle.
I like this. I like Lumpy's play. He's stolen Gold Fury this game. He stole Gold Fury last time. He's split pushing effectively with his character. He's doing what he can with what he's got, you know?
Yeah, Thor misses the wall there. He's going to go into his ult. May have a shot.
Oh my god.
Just misses the Thor.
Yo, that took off the toenails off Thor. I'm telling you.
Whew. Thor might want to change his pants after that one. That was way too close for comfort.
Yeah, but he is going to be able to just barely escape with his life. That red buff going to go down to PU. Yeah.
One thing we were mentioning in the first game, the comfort picks. I think the comfort has definitely come out a lot more in Brohan, especially with Grave. He looks a lot more comfortable in this mid lane and on recently the most comfortable god in the game to play, Kukulkan. So great heads up by them to get something a little bit better for him. Is the Wheelish? Yeah, Wheelish is going to fall to the Xing Chen.
Xing Chen might fall in return, though, as he is rooted out. Epic uppercut going to come out onto this one. 3 members surrounding, looking for blood. Yep, that's going to go down to the Kukulkan. Looking up.
Zephyr comes out to kill. Weakening
a little bit. They're letting Brohan come back into this one. PU is.
Yeah, but that is a very tanky Ramen. It's a very hard one to kill, if any. He's sitting at only maybe a fifth of his mana, but is proudly fighting 2 of them in their face.
Yeah, he does have the chin size, but it is running into that mid-guarding male as we see Alquang pick up, or Kukulkan, pick up another kill on that Janus in the mid lane. He's going to be messed out of that. Nice Thor wall is going to pin him out. Pass is going to be up, but he is still likely to fall here. Yes, Athena has no way to stop this. Is going to come in with the shield wall. Not even going to follow it up with a taunt. She's just going to disengage from this.
Yeah, Kumbo is definitely going to have to fall there. No way to really block those abilities against 2 close hand fighters, 2 melee for that one. So, not the best of trades out for them. They do get the mid laner, the Thor wall coming out again.
That's awesome. I would have laughed so hard if he actually got his teammate kill from that in a contested setting. Here we go again. Uh-oh. This is a better one.
Sticks them against the wall.
They decided to go for the bribe strategy. They have bribed Thor, trying to get him to help him out a little bit, but no, they're not going to be able to capitalize on that. As we do look like a tier 1 may fall here in the left side dual lane because they have elected to go for the pigs. Yeah, Brohan going to find a tier 1.
Robin's still sitting at no mana, only half health. If they play this right, Chiron might actually be able to get a pick on him. Xing Chen comes only going to pick up 1, throws Athena to the back.
Just out. It left Chiron for dead
Nope.
here. One Marauders going to do it. The ult's going to be popped. The taunt's coming out. That's going to be good. That is going to find Robin. Janice is portaling in, though. Going to slow Chiron under the thing. Kukulkan ult is going to come out, missing everyone. Jing Chen really deep right now, looking at the 4v1. Spear Gun is going to come out. Hits 2, but does not find any kills. Thor is going to go up into Anvil of Dawn here.
Thor's
Going to go real deep.
On.
Uh-oh. This is looking like he is trapped out. Epic Uppercut going to keep him inside of the tornado. He is likely to just disengage from this one. Supernova going to come out, finding nobody, but a clean disengage coming out from PU as Sol continues to move forward alone into 4 members of Brohan. Finally, we're likely to see the disengage here.
Yeah, if that Thor would have come down to even like a quarter second earlier, he probably would have had another round of the Whirlwind from Kukulkan coming in and may have taken him down to critical, if not killed him.
Yep, even more aggression continuing to come out here as the Willis leaps forward. Kumba chasing Aokwang out into the jungle. Root's going to come out here onto Jing Chen just shy as he is portaled out by the Janice.
Yeah, it looks like Sol might be heading towards that Spear of Desolation as we see the Tier 2 picked up for it. Spear of Desolation is one of the newer items in Smite this season. What it is, it gives you 120 flat power, 20 penetration for the lovely, 3,800 gold. But the passive is what really makes it nice. If you get a kill, it resets all of your cooldowns by 8 seconds. It can only be procced every 30, but 8 seconds is all you need in a team fight.
Yeah, we're seeing PU going to likely take this Gold Fury for free as no wards have been placed yet again. Brohan's going to let that go. Kukulkan is just short of picking up another Gold Fury. Kuma's going to blink over the wall, looking for the 3-man route. Is only going to find one. He's likely to disengage from that. Chiron on the backside, though, is going to be picked off by Robin, who is just continuing to rip through the backline of Brohan. Is going to take a Willis for free. A nice Feather Step is going to be able to immune frame her over the Thor ultimate, but a nice wall and a body block followed up. Overhead kick likely to spell the end of this aggression. Jing Chen continuing to move forward. Bulwark Shield's going to be popped. He is a little bit caught out. Maybe has overstayed his welcome a little bit. He's going to slag flip on out of here. Nice portal on the ground, but it is not going to connect.
No taunt follow-up from the Athena there. Looks like they might want to re-engage this. They have Kukulkan, but his ult is down. If they can get a taunt into a Zephyr Tornado, it could kill one of the squishiers, but it's just Jing Chen.
Yeah. Thor and Sol have started up the Fire Giant, meanwhile, on the right side of the map. So this is, either way, even if you live or die here, Jing Chen, this is a good bait from him. Preemptive Strike going to slow him down. Look, it looks like another breakdown of communication here as Kukulkan started to run away from that. A nice ult, maybe a little bit of overkill here. Taunt is just going to come out just a little bit too late, but he is still going to be able to be cleaned up by the Whirlwind damage alone.
Yeah, but
meanwhile,
Fire Giant is sitting under a quarter HP. All of the Robin very healthy to take this. Gets knocked up by it actually, but managed to get the Fire Giant. That goes on 4 of the 5 members. Jing Chen, not really one to need it necessarily. Would have been nice to have it, but definitely trading out his life for a 4-man Fire Giant is beyond worth it.
Yeah, Brohan, they're clawing their way back a little bit. They've taken some good fights. Haven't let the Gold League get out of control too much here, but they have just given up a Gold Fury and a Fire Giant. They need to get a little bit more war control on these objectives if they're going to have a chance at this game. As we see a little bit of a fight breaking out here around the mid-camp, so Willis is going to be blinked in and immediately blown up by the damage of the Robin and the Janice combined.
Yeah, and the Soul immediately going into their corporal form right as the root was coming out from Kumbhakarna was going to force him to disengage off of that one, and popped her Sanctuary as well just to make sure that she wouldn't die going into the incorporeal form.
Yep, PU just looking to clean up mid lane here, push up all the lanes, look to take up these last 2 towers of Brohan, and then break the base here.
Yeah, and Sol is definitely a god that you want to make sure to have that Fire Giant on. Extra structure damage on top of a god who already destroys towers like they're pieces of bread.
Yep, the tier 2 is going to fall here. Nice top coming up after Sol's incorporeal form does spawn on. A nice little wall here, likely to disengage. Kumba Mesos gets Thor. The sprint is popped here. Robin's just continuing to go in. The team looked like they wanted to go out, but Robin is just going to continue to go in. Soul ultimate is popped. Makes nice damage. Comes out. Lumpy likely to go down here from the spin to win. Ultimate is going to be popped. Thor's going to go up into that Anvil Dawn. Likely looking for Lumpy in the back line to take him out. Spirit Gun's going to come out. Not going to connect, though, unfortunately. Wall's going to miss as well. He is pinned onto the Phoenix. Thor likely to go down here.
Actually, for his aggression, the Sanctus coming out, but that's just going to delay the inevitable. Kind of a misplay by the Thor there. Split it between both of them. Wasn't able to hit either of them. missed and just got taunted into a complete CC chain where he couldn't get out. Wasted his only escape trying to kill him. It looks like
PU does find the middle Phoenix, though, and they are going to go with the hard disengage. Pops a Heavenly Agility, gets all three out. Jing Chen already going to work on the tier 2 on that left side. Robin likely to be the only one to stay in this fight, but he does take a Golden ultimate to the face as he comes around the corner. Going to hit him with the Prawn of the Root, and overhead kick out of there. Janice looking very low. He needs to be extremely careful. Weakening is popped by Athena, but she just has no way to close the gap between her and Janice. Kukulkan still looking for the damage out on the Rava. Doesn't want to get caught out of the tier 2, though. Has no way to get back in. A nice two-man whirlwind of Rage and Steel is going to spell the end of Kukulkan as he is taken out in the jungle. Athena and Chiron chasing. Chiron is going to find the kill onto Jing Chen. Athena getting very low. Robin just taking all of these kills for free.
Yeah, Robin is just walking through here. He doesn't care about anybody or anything. He's just walking through, punching people in the face, and laughing at the fact that he wasn't banned.
I mean, cue the Benny Hill music right now as we got Chiron and Soul chasing each other down. Chiron likely to get... Defender of Olympus is going to come out. That may have been a little overkill, but just to be safe, they don't want to lose Lumpy. He is one of the more farmed people on the side of Brohan right now.
Well, it looks like Athena was actually a little bit out of position considering how low her health... And, oh my god, just evaporated.
Yeah, Willish absolutely blown up there. Kumbhakarna gets caught out by the threshold, but... PU looks like they want to go ahead and clean up this red buff instead of chasing down another kill. Soul, on the other hand, Soul and Jing Chen. Jing Chen still 7 seconds to respawn. Soul is taking this fight by herself. Is going to be taken out for her hubris. Unfortunately, she was kited very effectively around by Chiron and Athena. Yet another kill going over to Lumpy.
Yeah, it was a very great play by the Chiron and the Athena. Just able to stop that Soul's aggression, just showed them why you can't aggress into their jungle unknowingly without anybody else there.
Yeah, both teams looking to just kind of jockey for position here, maybe take another Gold Fury, another Fire Giant, and look to maybe break the base here. There's still one tier 2 remaining on the side of Brohan, and 2 tier 2s and a tier 1 remaining on the side of PU.
Free Gold Fury coming out here for PU. Take a bath. Looks like Athena may actually look to try and come into here, but I think this Gold Fury is just going to go for free. And there's nothing they can do. Athena had to back out, and they had to just defend that mid lane. The mid Phoenix down is a big hindrance to them. Gold Fury falls, PU take a bath. Didn't even need it. They're already 12,000 gold in the lead at the moment. Kumbhakarna's Bulwark of Hope procs. Thor comes crashing into the mid lane. Looks like it's just going to be a straight disengage from the blue team here.
Yep, another clean Gold Fury going over to the way of PU. They are now sitting 12,000 gold ahead, which, in my opinion, is still effective. It's getting towards later in the game where the gold is less and less effective, but nobody... they still only have 2 level 20s on the side of Brohan, and they cannot afford to give up another free Fire Giant here. They got to make a move on this.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to hop off the Fire Giant, and it looks like they're going to make an engagement here. Kukulkan ult comes out, hits 2 of them. Xing Chen's Bulwark actually just saved his life there. Xing Chen looks like he might actually fall here, and the Janus also falls. Whirlwind of Rage going to throw him out of there. Xing Chen may get out of this one alive.
Yep, looking like he is going to be able to just swag flip his way out of this one. On the backside, Robin goes down, giving another double kill to Chiron. Xing Chen also falls. This old bait and switch on the Fire Giant has really spelled disaster for PU. They have lost 3 for 0 at this point. The Fire Giant now likely to go over to Brohan.
Yeah, Brohan definitely turned that fight around. Great heads-up play by them. Basically stopped the aggression entirely, takes out 3, doesn't lose any. But they're not going towards the Fire Giant. The Phoenix is back up, so they just need to clear out another wave of minions. But honestly, I think the Fire Giant's a very easy contention for them at this point with all 5 members up.
Yep, Brohan's middle Phoenix has respawned, so they don't have to worry about Firemen just pressuring that anymore. They took a little bit of Titan damage, but nothing to worry about as Chiron continues to try forward. Lumpy doing a great job this game of just kind of carrying, keeping his team in it, doing what he needs to do, stealing Gold Furies, taking tier 2s all by himself. Really a standout player for me.
Yeah. Riders of Brohan trying to aggress a little bit. Kumba gets a little bit too low, and they're going to have to immediately disengage onto that. Thor comes back in, though. Comes crashing down. Kumba dropped into his passive. Thor Bulwark procs. Looks like Kumba's actually going to get out of this. His passive is going to save his life for this time.
Yeah, he just zooms on out of there. Likely misses the root on Robin, but follows up with the epic uppercut. Likely to spell the end of that aggression. No, Robinol is going to come out. Finding
Spirit Gun just putting between the two of them.
Just off the mark there as Robin continues to charge forward. Sprint is popped. Threshold is popped. PU looking like they're in a really great spot to take this middle Phoenix down again as Jing Chen does find Lumpy. Their lord and savior does fall.
Yeah, Lumpy definitely going to have to do a lot to keep
Where
this
was
team
that? Was
alive.
back at the order. That was back at the order side tier 2. Look at Jing Chen. He's coming up the map just right now. Lumpy maybe looking like he wanted to backdoor another tower.
Yeah, once again, Lumpy in the back of these team fights after they see that they can't get anything. Lumpy keeps retreating to their jungle to try and force them off of things. So it's a great play by Lumpy pulling those members away, probably knowing that he wasn't going to get out of that alive and just force Xing Chen off. But it doesn't matter. Xing Chen's so tanky. He can just come back, tank up this Phoenix or this tower, no problem. It looks like they're making their eyes towards the Phoenix now. Great wall by Thor. Oh my. Takes a lot of damage. Willis is out of there. Coconut actually one-shots the Janice.
Yeah, that is not what you like to see on the side if you are PU right now. Coconut not even done with his items build. He ain't even done yet.
Yeah, went into the Ethereal Staff. Looks like he may have wanted to go Warlock, but it was way too late in the game for him to do it anyway, so elects to build some extra health and some extra mana. Definitely not something that's bad on Kukulkan, getting a lot of extra mana to help stack up that passive of his. Looks like he might be going into either Sphere of the Magus or Sphere of Desolation for this next fight. Robinholt jumps out away from the three of them, overhead kick. Mez comes through, but doesn't look like it's really going to deter him too much. He might fall here. Chiron is here. Master's Will, but the Thor ult comes down. Stuns two. Curse comes out, and he's going to fall to the Chiron ult.
Yeah, Robin may be feeling himself a little bit here. He's choosing to just fight into this Kumba's Megardian Mail. As we see Soul likely to be picked out as here as well. She goes Incorporeal, but that is not going to buy her the escape that she needs to get away from all four members of Brohan surrounding her. The heal going to keep her alive for a little bit more. Kukulkan coming out awkwardly late there in that fight.
Yeah.
Whirlwind Raids and Steel going to pick up 3 just as a disengage though. They're looking like they want to just get out of this one. Xing Chen needs to jump away now if he is planning on getting out of this fight at all.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that Coconut was for. He may have just been trying to throw it to secure in case, but...
Good Mez gets Thor's hammer, though. He is crippled by the Chiron one. He just finds himself in the whirlwind, does not take the ticking damage, though. Xing Chen dropping so low. Janice is arriving, though, to help get his teammates out of this situation.
Thor is doing a really great job of getting these disengaged walls out there. That's probably the third one in just this fight alone that he's thrown to try and disengage to stop the chase.
Yeah, Brohan has such a huge extended engagement range, and the dash taunt and kind of the dash mez, dash root, whatever you want to do, to where it really is important for the team to work together to fully disengage, because you never know when Brohan could go back in.
Thor's going up. He comes down, but the double tap's not going to connect because he stepped a little too far forward. Might pay for his life with this one. Epic uppercut
is going to come out, just barely missing Athena and Chiron. As Thor is taken up into the air by the epic uppercut. He's going to find his way out of this fight. His team, though, has arrived to continue this aggression. Xing Chen going to find the knock-up slow, but it's not. Robin is not looking for that right now, as Kukulkan lands a nice ult onto the Xing Chen. Is going to find himself slowed out. His Slither slow immunity is going to run out. He's just going to continue to dive into the back line. Lumpy pops his ult, but he is unfortunately taken out. Not going to be able to find a kill to bring himself back to life. Xing Chen, good Whirlwind Rage and Steel, going to keep this fight going. Robin just looking like he wants to disengage after taking that Whirlwind.
Yeah, an important thing to note is Janice actually got forced into the back line of that fight. Wasn't able to move up any because he walked into the Whirlwind and took about half of his health. That's just the power of the Kukulkan in the late game is you step into a tornado once, it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be back when it did a full 3 seconds of damage as opposed to just the 2.5 now.
Yeah, and he doesn't even have Spear the Magus done.
Yeah, it still hasn't finished that item. It likely means he's going into Sphere of Desolation as opposed to Sphere of the Magus. Solo comes out to secure the Fire Giant.
Yep, good clean Fire Giant kill. Again, Brohan needs to do a little bit more in the way of letting these objectives go without any pressure. Willis going to dive into the backline here, but she's so far away from her team. Her team can do nothing. She's almost a little bit caught out here. Robin looking like he wants to disengage. I like this call here. They got the Fire Giant for free. Just get out, regroup, push that weakened middle Phoenix already. But no, the disengage range... Yeah, Athena just going to be able to dash taunt into the whirlwind. He's going to take a huge Kukulkan ult. While Robin did find a kill onto a Willis, Kukulkan was not able to find that ult onto the Thor, and now he is just running to his tanks, looking for Peel. Knocks a good uppercut is going to find. Whirlwind of Rage and Steel comes out, not going to connect with anyone. Soul still in
Soul's
hot
gonna do a
pursuit.
massive chunk. One auto attack to finish it with the polyproc there. Wouldn't have killed without poly, but now that they've taken the polyproc off of her second ability, just gonna absolutely shred him with that last auto. Pops her to separate just to get the extra movement speed, not incur the auto attack penalty. Moving up, it's looking like they're ready to end this game with how they're going, but I think Lucas is a little bit too low in HP to be doing this.
Yep, we got to be careful here. They can't lose Thor. Oh,
Thor
gonna
is
be good.
here.
Onto the Great Wall is able to confirm the Soul Supernova. She's going to be able to just pop out Chiron out of this fight immediately.
And that's a weakened Phoenix. That's going to fall immediately, and it's only the Athena here. PU's looking to finish out this game here at the Titan. 3 members sitting over half health. The one under is a Robin, so it really doesn't matter because he's just Robin. He just is too tanky and destroys everything. And PU finishes off, killing off the Chaos Titan, and takes the set 2-0.
Yeah, Brohan doing a great job there. They were able to claw back into the game for a little bit, giving us some really good team fights towards the end of the game, but do end up slipping just a little bit out of position there. Clean 4-0 from PU, and they were able to just take this one home.
Yeah, it was a great attempt by Riders of Brohan. They were definitely they definitely had a little bit more communication in that one, and definitely a lot more comfort on their picks, especially with that Kukulkan. And I think even the lane swap was definitely a great pick by them, putting him in the mid lane on something a little bit safer, something that maybe didn't take. I'm not going to say it didn't take as much skill to play, but definitely something that's a little bit easier to get around.
Yeah, definitely great job. Congratulations to both teams, though. They were the first. This is only the first week of this league, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, this is only week 1, so we still have 7 more weeks to go. This gives Riders of Rohan a lot more time to practice their communication, practice some team comps, maybe learn who's best on what so they can try and get some of those picks for them instead of just trying to go for the top tier.
Yeah, talk to me